Net Game Radio, Shoutcast, Music Show, Lemon Party.
What?
Alright gamers, welcome back. You're listening to another Net Game Radio cast of the Cybergamer Invitational Heroes of New Earth ladder. My name is Triumph Man, and joining me tonight is Razor. Razor, what about this match we've got happening tonight?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it tonight. We have Endzone taking on the newly sponsored HH&H, sponsored by Zenith Gaming, so I'm quite looking forward to it. Should be a good match.
Yes, this is definitely going to be one of the bigger grudge matches we've got happening in the Cybergamer Invitational ladder. Both teams are probably arguably the two best teams, although Frey have picked up some superstars lately, but arguably two of the best teams in the Australian HoN scene, throwing it down tonight, and definitely a little bit of rivalry between these teams, although I'm going to say that Zenith Gaming, their lineup has got a few new players on it from their old Interpol days, but yes, definitely both teams got some pedigree in them, you could say, and both are probably going to put up a pretty good fight for us tonight. Maybe we'll get three good matches out of this. But I'm just going to call out the players that we've got tonight. Playing for Zenith Gaming, we've got Cujo, Doomdriver, Betch, Penor, and Jay Davey. And playing for Endzone on the Hellborn team, we've got Chicanery, Class, TDA 101, Roger Dodger, and KS for Life. And we've got the bands coming out here. We've got Soulstealer first banned by Cujo. Then we've got Voodoo Jester banned by Chicanery. Then the Gladiators banned, much to Roger Dodger's dismay, most likely. And then we have Thunderbringer banned and then Slither banned. So just waiting on the next couple of bands to roll out as we get Swiftblade banned as well. So it looks like we might see a bit of Pharaoh action here if Swiftblade has been banned. But I've got to say, Razor, have you seen these guys in action much before?
I've only seen Endzone, who were Surefire Gaming when I watched them, and they played a really good game against Frey. I can't remember the scoreline. I think TSGF 1-2-1. I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
they were a very good team. Yeah, they were a very good team. They had real good teamwork, and if Zenith Gaming, who are arguably one of the best teams in the country, then I'm gonna have to say I'm looking forward to this match a lot. But I haven't seen HH&H play before.
I'm going to say it's pretty hard to pick out the winner from this lineup. They are definitely two very good teams, and even Cujo, possibly one of the self-proclaimed best caller out in Oz, has said that Endzone are a team that gives him a pause to reckon with. So I'm just going to say, though, that just as we get the rest of the bands coming out, what we've got here, we've got Wretched Hand Band and the Chipper Band as well. So we've got Zenith Gaming, to pick up the first pick. But honestly, I cannot call who's going to win here. I think this game is going to be too close to the wire to really decide who's going to win. Although we see Cujo picking up Bombardier. Now, just before Interpol, which Cujo led, disbanded, they got absolutely rocked at the hands of Chu playing a Bombardier. So, and supposedly that was part of their disbandment. The reason for the disbandment that just the smashing that they earned from back then, EG. That they earned from Chu and EG just hurt their egos too much, and they ended up disbanding because of it. But we're going to see Cujo rolling out the Bombardier from his first pick, just waiting to see what Class and Chicanery pick in return. We get Bubbles picked up by Chicanery. Definitely quite a strong hero, and they'll probably throw him down in as a solo versus a trial, I'd reckon. As we also see Class picking up Myrmidon. Myrmidon getting picked up a lot in the Australian scene. I've seen him just about every game I've seen played. He's either been picked or banned by the teams. But as we see, I think Doomdriver was saying before that he definitely wanted to play Pharaoh. Going to be interesting to see if he does indeed pick up Pharaoh. But at the moment, what do you make of these pickups, Razor?
Well, they're definitely good strong pickups. I mean, Bombardier will definitely, if he gets rolling, he can have a really good early game, and he'll probably solo him in. I would expect him to do. Bubble's definitely another strong pick. You know, he's got that real good ganking ability that can control the runes a bit as well. So definitely a strong pick. Myrmidon is just an all-out great tri-lane hero, and we do see Doomdriver picking up Pharaoh. So we will get to see him play probably a solo, I would expect, along with Betch picking up Andromeda. So he will join the tri-lane squad with I'd assume either yellow and orange will probably pick the supports. But yeah, you know, both standard picks to be honest at the moment. Nothing is really standing out as of yet.
Well, if Penor and Jay Davey are indeed planning on playing Glacius and Witchslayer, I'm not sure about the Zenith's team because they don't really have much of a carry potential in that lineup. I'm not sure if they are going to pick up both of that, or if they are going to pick up a proper tri-lane hero, tri-lane carry. As we see Roger Dodger ghost picking Puppet Master, we have seen him play Puppet Master a couple of times actually, and really did play a really nasty Puppet Master in fact. As we have Fives calling out Fives, get Bloodlust on Frey, so Fives quite happy with that. But anyway, back to the match. We've seen Roger Dodger play Puppet Master before, and he really was quite nasty. Although in the end, I think it was who was it? He was playing it against Frey, and I can't remember the enemy carry.
It was against Frey.
Yeah, and in the end, he wasn't able to carry. And I think it was Dr. Repulsor was just shutting him down. No, it wasn't Dr. Repulsor. It was something else. Can you remember which was the carry they had on Frey had on their team that game?
Might have been Flint.
I honestly can't remember. As we see, Hammerstorm also picked up for Endzone, so I'm not sure where they're going to run him though. If they're going to run him tri-lane support, I suppose they could run him as a tri-lane hero, as they do have a ranged carry in there, but not really sure about. Maybe they will try and run Hammerstorm Myrmidon. That'll be a good load of stun in there if they do try it. But we see Demented Shaman and Malikan picked up. Now, Malikan not hugely favoured in the competitive scene, but Cujo has said to me that he believes that Malikan is an incredibly strong pick, especially in a tri-lane situation, because he's got so much early game power with that sword throw and can really rip through the tri-laners. But he said that he believes Malikan should be played more in the competitive scene, and believes he's quite a strong hero. So it's going to be interesting to see how he does with Malikan. The last time I saw him play Malikan, I believe it was against I can't remember who it was against, but he was playing it and wound up with about 600 GPM by about 20 minutes. So that was quite ridiculous. But what do you make of Zenith Gaming's pick so far, Razor?
Oh, they're really good strong picks. I really like them. You'll probably have the Bombardier and the Pharaoh soloing the lanes with Malikan taking the farm in the tri-lane with Enjo and Demented Shaman to support him. But I really do like the tri-lane that Zenith Gaming will have. The Andro stun, the heal slow that Demented Shaman can give, and the Malikan slow and the damage he can output. It'll really hurt them. And to be honest, on the other team, I can see them running a Hammerstorm, Myrmidon and Puppet tri-lane. I watched a game today. I think it was Reason Gaming versus EG actually, and they rolled the tri-lane Myrmidon, Puppet, and Hammerstorm, and it really works. The Hammerstorm can get a really long range stun off, and it just gives Myrmidon the weed field, an easy weed field catch, and the Puppet Master puts on his stuns, and it's really hard to get out of. So I mean, it's a really good tri-lane, and I'd expect that to run it. But that's the final picks at the moment, with Bubbles, Archer, Myrmidon, Puppet, and Hammerstorm on the Hellborn team, and Malikan, Pharaoh, Bomb, Andro, and Demented Shaman on the Legion.
Yeah, it definitely is quite a dangerous situation to be up against, and Pharaoh could find himself in a lot of trouble if he does wind up laning against it solo. Although it's going to be interesting to see whether or not that Zenith Game decide whether or not Cujo or Malikan is going to be able to outcarry that Puppet late game. If they don't think he can outcarry him, they'll probably throw it up tri-lane versus tri-lane, which we'll see probably a lot of carnage happening, to be honest, because as he said, that combo from Hammerstorm and Myrmidon will be quite nasty to watch in action. But as we see Chicanery disconnect almost straight away, so just waiting for him to get back. But honestly, I think Chicanery could probably solo fairly easily against a tri-lane. It's going to be interesting to see whether or not Endzone decide they want to put that massive firepower they've got. The amount of disables they've got in that tri-lane is quite insane. Whether or not they want to put that to work against the enemy tri-lane, or whether or not they just want to get Puppet Master, get Roger Dodger super farm, because he really does turn out quite nasty. I saw him working a similar rage. Really was quite insane to watch that Puppet go. As we've got the pause hit happening, but do you have any calls yet from these lineups? Just assuming equal skill, which lineup do you prefer, Razor?
I prefer. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be the tri-lanes. That's where it's decided. But I think I'm actually liking the Hellborn team. To be honest, their solo. I just prefer their solo lanes. Their Archer, an Archer, I'm assuming will solo mid, and against Bombardier would be my main assumption. But solo mid against him, if he can get a really good farm underway, Archer can become really strong early on if he gets a really quick Frostburn, even shrunken ahead if he wanted to, and have Bubbles soloing the long lane. But I prefer the solos over the Legion's team. So I'm going to go with the Hellborn team.
I'm going to have to say, depends on whether or not Hammerstorm can get his portkey. But honestly, I don't like Zenith Gaming's initiation that much. Like Pharaoh's initiation is great, but I find the mummy walls tends to separate everyone, and when you combine that with Malikan's ultimate, just trying to land a good ult, because it's a fairly small radius, trying to land a good ult when you've got the mummies just suddenly pushing everybody around and like separating, make everybody split up, makes it kind of difficult to land a really good ult. So I don't really like them together in the same lineup. But I'm going to have to say I do like the Hellborns lineup a bit better. That tri-lane is looking really dangerous to face up against. And just having the Forsaken Archer as like the backup semi-carry, just like the backup carry, in case Puppet Master doesn't go as well as planned. I just do like having, because Forsaken Archer still does have some early game power. She's got a lot of early damage with skeletons, and if she can land a good ult, that also does a ridiculous amount of damage. So, and also just combining with bubbles also makes it much easier to land a good ultimate. But I'm going to have to say I just do like the Hellborns lineup just a little bit better than the Legion's lineup. That said, from sheer sudden nuking power, the Legion, Zenith do have a fair bit if they can get that Bombardier farmed up. He could really tear apart the Hellborn team, because they do have quite a few squishies on the team there with Archer, Bubbles, and Puppet Master, as we're just waiting for both teams to ready up. Still waiting for the game to get underway as we're almost there. Very close to getting this match underway. So I'm just trying to figure out where everybody's going to go. It looks like Bombardier is going to roll out mid. And I think he'll go mid against Class, because Class usually takes solo mid against the enemy team. Although I'm just looking at a rollout here. He's only got 3 runes of the blind. I guess he's hoping he can create out something quite quickly as far as regen goes. He's still sitting on any money. Class is still sitting on 100 gold. I guess he's trying to rush something. He's just trying to save that 100 gold. As we see, it looks like Endzone are going to roll their tri-lane out bottom. So it looks like they do want to fight with the enemy tri-lane and just put that offensive power to work, although maybe they're worried that Puppet Master can't out-carry Malikan, although arguably I say that he's quite nasty. But it looks like Malikan digging his way down here, maybe just trying to set up a bit of bait, as they've got the courier. As we see, high-level teams do indeed upgrade that courier straight away and use it to scatter, as they are looking for a sweep being made by Endzone, although it's not happening, and I guess they're hoping if they just hide down there, they can try and bait them into a trap there. But it looks like even though Endzone are rolling out into the bottom lane, it doesn't look like they're interested in going out on a level 1 gank, as it looks like it's going to be Bubbles versus Pharaoh up top. I think it'd be interesting to see if whether or not Zenith Gaming decide to rotate their tri-lane to top once they figure out that they're being tri-laned against. As it looks like, no, they're not. Pharaoh's just moving to block creep at the moment. So I see him over there just attempting to block the creep. But looking at these tri-lanes, Razor, how do you think this is going to go down?
The tri-lanes, I can see it's hard because of Demented Shaman's heal and cape. The cape move the DS now has is really strong. Like, to be honest, it's one of the strongest abilities, in my opinion, in the game at the moment, because I mean, level 1 it's stronger than a heal from Jera or Demented Shaman right now. So I like it. I think the stuns from the Hellborn team are going to be what's going to win it. They haven't really got any stuns. I think they only have Andro stun really, and Demented Shaman stun at level 3 when he gets that entangle. So with the Hammerstorm and the 2 stuns from Myrmidon and then the holds from Puppet, I really see the Hellborn being strong in this tri lane. But at the moment, it's just a whole bunch of trying to get some farm and trying to harass the enemy carry at the moment.
I might just note, it looks like Zenith haven't bothered to start out with any wards. That's an interesting decision. But I'm also going to say that by sending the tri-lane bottom, that Endzone have got this little bit of an advantage. It's going to be a lot easier for them to gank middle, just coming up behind that middle player and ganking Bombardier. Of course, if they set the tri-lane top, it's quite difficult to gank the Legion mid from top, just because of the way the clip is. It puts the ganker in line of sight. As we see, the ward does go down. Actually, Jay Davies put down his ward, just looking for TP ganks. Just making sure they don't get ported in on by Bubbles a bit later on, or just even Forsaken Archer coming down to use their route. As I'm just looking at mid, just trying to see who's got the advantage here. It looks like Bombardier's possibly been spamming bomb a little. Just threw a missed bomb there. Just clipped the tower instead. As it looks like someone is motioning. It looks like Demented Shaman is moving to put up another ward. J Davies is moving to put up another ward. I'm actually honestly surprised that Jay Davy isn't playing Andromeda or Pharaoh, some of his favourite characters, but it looks like he has been shoved onto hard support here, playing Demented Shaman, as I see Bubbles harassing Pharaoh just a little bit more with his Shell Surf there. As it looks like Bubbles has started off with a Ring of Protection, actually. Sorry, Guardian Ring. So it looks like he might be trying to rush an early Ring of the Teacher or something just to help him with lane control. I don't think the only other explanation would be he'd be going for a Ring of Sorcery, but I don't think Bubbles would pick that up. Not a hugely played item on him that I've ever seen. Just looking at Cujo here. Just last hitting him, just trying to check the creep score now. We've got Cujo on 7-2, we've got Puppet on 7-6, so it looks fairly even at the moment. Both carries giving as good as they're taking. It looks like Betch has picked up a double damage in mid with Bombardier, so it looks like he's going to have a fairly easy time just holding back Class at the moment, although he's a little bit behind Class, in fact, only just managing to catch it to level 4, having wasted a little bit of time picking up that rune, but it looks like he's going to catch it up now. As I see the Courier coming out towards Class, picking up early boots. That's interesting, so he was rushing boots. Honestly, I haven't seen that done all that often, just saving money for boots. As we see possibly a little bit of a clash here happening at bottom. Demented Shaman eating a Magikarp, eating a Weed Field here. Hammerstorm stacking on the Hammer Throw. Demented Shaman taking a lot of damage, pops to heal. Is he going to pop a cape? Nope, he goes down. Gets taken down by KS for life as we see Cujo killing Myrmidon. Although he might go down here as well, taking a lot of damage here from Puppet Master. Goes down to KS for life. KS for life taking 2 kills here. So, not really a good trade there. Managing to take down Myrmidon with the carry, but then losing the carry at the same time. And of course, Roger Dodger picking up all that experience and all that assist gold. So not really a great start for the Legion team here. But Razor, that's pretty much how you predicted it to go down. Just the stuns from Hammer and Myrmidon really stacking it on there.
Oh yeah, it's really strong, and it's going to happen again as a Whipfish is held on from Andro. Andro gets hit by stun. Roger Dodger picking up the kill. You can tell that it's going to happen. Malikin putting on some good damage onto he's coming in to try and find this Puppet Master actually, who's potted up nice and held. He does find her. Puppet's trying to run away, but I don't think they're going to catch her with Myrmidon's help. Gets the Weed Field caught on Demented Shaman, so it's back to farming at the moment. But I mean, you can just see watching these games how it's going to be. You know, it's already a 3-to-1 hero kill advantage of the Hellborn team, and if the Hellborn team aren't careful, it's going to get worse.
Yeah, definitely if Zenith aren't too careful, they might be in a bit of trouble here if the Hellborn try and just keep stacking on those kills. Going to be interesting to see if they do decide whether or not they want to just try and rotate or not. I'm just looking at Hammerstorm holding back here. I think they're just waiting for him to get a little bit more mana. He's about 30 mana shy from being able to set up another kill as they're motioning to get another pull happening. It looks like the Wild Hunters did manage to spawn in time. Just moving back to Bubbles. I saw the Courier come out to him. Looks like he's picked up an early bottle here. As I see Pharaoh trying to harass him, just stealing that creep pull there, just trying to get the creep. As I see the Courier head of bottom, pulling out a mana pot. Looks like it's going to go to Hammerstorm, I think, to get him set up for another kill. As Hammer he's picked up a Scarab actually, so it looks like he's going possibly for an early Ring of the Teacher or something, just to help with the laning. Although he might be going for an Abyssal later, although I don't think so. As we see Puppet Master pushing up a fair bit, using Puppet Show, although nothing's going to come for here, as we see Andromeda get hit by a Magikarp there, but the Weed Field goes out on Demented Shaman instead. Demented Shaman taking a lot of damage as the ult comes out from Bombardier. Kate goes out on Malikin. Malikin taking a lot of damage, but Kate pops as we see Bubbles also come bottom as Malikin goes down, as well as Jay Davies' Demented Shaman. So it looks like it's all about Endzone here. Endzone really pulling out the firepower as I see Bombardier here being chased away by Forsaken Archer, getting forced to pop a HP pot. Forsaken Archer has also picked up a bottle, so it looks like she's going for early rune control as well. But definitely, good port from Bubbles there, just came down bottom, just cleaned up some kills there. Betch landing a good ult, but in the end, not really managing to do a whole lot. But I'm just looking at Pharaoh's team. He's also managed to pick up his bottle. He hasn't picked up any levels in Mummies. He's opted to go for 2 levels in Hellfire, 3 levels in Tormented Soul. So that's an interesting build there. So it's not really ready to gank yet without that Mummies. As we see, just looking at the CK at the moment, Doom Driver is on 33 CK, and he's really managed to hold back Bubbles, who is on 18-4. So he's really... Doom Driver's Pharaoh with 33-12, really managing to beat Bubbles there. So Bubbles having to just port down bottom and just help out his team with a gank instead, trying to catch up there. as I'm just trying to check classes. Class is on 22-8, while Bombardier is sitting on 31-11. So it looks like Class losing out mid just slightly to that Bombardier. Just that last hitting power from just that last hitting and harassing power really messing with him. Although he has bottled a regen rune. As I see Myrmidon heading bottom, looks like he's going to try and set up another gank, although he's been seen by Jay Davies' ward there, although he's moving mid, trying to catch out Doomdriver, although Doomdriver's seen him, he's moving back just to check on the courier now, pick up something. He's picked up, not sure, I think he picked up boots there. But I'm just seeing, looks like Andromeda's making some motions to gank Puppet Master as the sword thrower comes out, slowing Puppet Master down. The Comet comes out, the Cape comes out on Cujo just to add the damage. Looks like Puppet Master might get away. The stun comes out from Hammerstorm, slowing them down just enough, and it looks like Roger Dodger is going to sneak away here. As we see also Hammerstorm managing just to back off there, not quite managing to stack up enough damage. As also looks like Myrmidon got into a fight at mid, nearly died himself, and then Doomdriver also taking a fair bit of damage there. So it looks like Doomdriver is now motioning that he wants to land a bomb ult here in 2-1. Here comes the bomb ult, I think. He was motioning in this area, is it going to come out? The Tormented Soul comes out. The Tormented Soul. Okay, it was the Soul that came out instead, taking down Myrmidon. Nice shot there from Doomdriver. Just landing a perfect Soul there, just smashing Myrmidon as he tried to sneak away, though they didn't manage to catch out Puppet Master, although he was also sneaking away low HP. But I see now Hammerstorm has picked up a Blood Chalice, so it looks like we're going to see a fair bit of action heating up at the bottom lane, as it looks like Demeter Shaman is still looking very squishy here. Hasn't got anything. He's got Crushing Claws and a Mark of the Novice. That's about it. As I see, Puppet Master has ported top and is taking out Pharaoh there. So nice port from Puppet Master. Another kill there. So 2-6 in 2-6 in Endzone's favour here. They're really dominating this match so far. Although, even though they're dominating kills, that's it. Here comes a Hammerstorm on Malikan as the Wheatfield comes out. Also, the heal comes out for Demeter Shaman. Will the Cape come out? No. It looks like Myrmidon and Hammer are backing off. They realise they can't have enough damage between the two of them to take down Malikan. Malikan also picking up a Ring of the Teacher. Interesting. Didn't think he'd pick that up, but it looks like he is. Looks like they just want to have that extra mana to just spam that sword chuck a little bit more. But yeah, like I said, even though they're ahead on creep, even though that Endzone are ahead on the kill board, they are behind fairly badly on the creep score. We've got Cujo ahead of Puppet Master with 34-14, although Roger Dodge is quite close behind on 27-20, although he's moved up top to farm instead for the moment. Although Roger Dodger has also picked up 2 kills and 4 assists, so he is sitting on 275 gold per minute at the moment to Malikan's 228. So he's definitely a little bit ahead at the moment. Sorry, I'm just getting a little bit gassy there as we see ganks being called out. Looks like Pharaoh bottling an Invis rune, so it looks like we could see a bit of action here at bottom in a second, although the ward has been spotting him, so it looks like he might just be heading back to mid, as it looks like he's launching another soldiers to harass the bottom lane over here. Bubbles dodging it with a take cover there. All it was hitting was Hammerstorm. And so I see Puppet Master just setting up some stacks here. Oh, no, I think he was just pulling. Or maybe creep killing, not sure what he's doing there. Just creeps, just killing the newts. As I've seen TDA 101 popping down a counter ward there, although it looks like it's barely missing Jay Davies' ward there. Just should have put down a little bit further. Would have spotted up that ward, as it looks like Jay Davies has put up 2 wards, actually spotting up the rune, as well as watching for TP against the TDA 101. As we see Doomdriver spotted up by that ward. Not quite managed to get taken down though as the shell serve comes out, as I welcome back Razor, who was AFK for a little bit. As we see Doomdriver porting in there, just hooking in, as we see the ton of damage coming in on Myrmidon waveforming away though. Bombardier ult coming out, barely missing Myrmidon there, as we see Roger Dodger time out. But Razor, how close was that?
Oh, that was intense. I get back and I just see Pharaoh sitting next to this Warden Revelation, and Hammerstorm's just nice and calmly sitting there, and then when the creep started attacking him, he was like, oh shit, gotta do something, and stunned him, and Pharaoh was in a bit of panic, but his team came to him, and they turned it around on top of Myrmidon, who managed, I don't know how, because he was inside of Bubbles' ultimate, got away with 45 health, so he was quite lucky to
Bubbles is on his team.
Waveform. Oh, that could be why. But alright, enough of me talking. But yeah, it was really close. the Bubbles ultimate probably saved his life then. So
Yeah.
but it was good. Malikan even used his ulti to try and get him with the range, but he missed pretty badly. But I did come in here talking to you about the creep farm, and yeah, it does look like the Legion side are a bit ahead now with the creep kills going up with Cujo on 43 and Puppet Master only on 31, but he does have those kills, so as you said, it is still in the Hellborn's favour as Roger Dodger does return. Ready signs are going up. So yeah, it looks like we're going to resume this game. Archer does finish his boots, his ghost marches now. Getting another, got a bottle, and he's ready to just keep on farming in that middle lane there. He's got a nice farm going. He's sitting at 43 and 21. The top lane is actually completely unoccupied, you know. I think my Puppet Master will actually head back there. He's doing pretty decently for farm, but I think he just wants to have a bit of solo now. But the Legion team looking to push this tower, a really early push, I'd say, with it going to 164 health. If it gets hit anymore, it is deniable. It is underneath 130 health, so the Legion team are going to have to stop this. They do manage to get it. Hammerstorm is coming in for a stun, does manage to get a stun onto Davey. The sword narrowly missing Bubbles' life. There is a bit of commotion going on. Pharaoh stops the Archer ult, gets stunned by the stun, but I think everyone is going to live. DS is on decent amount of health there, but the Hellborn are chasing. They do manage to catch Pharaoh with the hands. He does go down, so that was a good job from Puppet Master and Archer catching him in those holds. But,
yeah, I was going to say, J. Davey almost went down there to Forsaken Archer's ult, although he managed to get Unbreakable on him just in time, and that procced, managing to save his life. He has got a level 2 Unbreakable, hasn't skilled Entangle at all, which is, looks like he decided he just needed, against the Trilon he was up against, he really just needed all the survivability that he could possibly afford his team. But of course, Myrmidon also went down during that fight. Bombardier managed to land a sticky bomb on him, and in the end it just took him out. So I'm just looking at Malik, and I'm going to say, even though the creep scores, they are ahead on creep scores, Zenith Gaming are, that they are behind overall on Golden XP. They're very close. I mean, it's not much in it. They're 2.7 thousand experience down and only 180 gold down, so really there's barely nothing in it. As we see Hammerstorm have a sticky bomb landed on his face, going to be very close here, as it looks like, although it looks like he's being chased off now by Puppet Master, as we see Roger Dodger landing the Puppet Show on top of Bombardier, the Hammerstorm stun coming out, and then Sticky Bomb comes out, but it looks like Forsaken Archer. No, it wasn't Forsaken Archer. Roger Dodger finishing him off as Roger Dodger almost cleans up Hammerstorm. They're just wandering past him with the Sticky Bomb, although Hammerstorm managing to pull it away before anything went off in his face. I'm just looking at Andromeda has picked up Stridus and some wards, so looking very squishy on 568 HP and only level 4, so if she's not careful, she'll get rooted and taken down by Forsaken Archer. Rooted. Anyway, yes, totally rooted if level 4 at that stage. But we see J. Davey using his courier to scout out the Ancients here at the moment. Not too sure what he's planning to do about that there. As we see, hang on, the Legion have 2 flying couriers. Have you noticed anybody bottle whoring?
no, I haven't. I'm actually a bit confused at the 2 flying couriers. They could be. No, it's not even like the Ancients will be used. Like I would have. Sorry, as Malikan actually goes down to that lane at bottom once again. Hammerstorm possibly going down. He will go down to Doom Driver, so it's 1-on-1 exchange. But the Hellborn team will win that as their carry has gone down. As they took the carry out for the Legion team. But yeah, 2 couriers. I mean, one is watching the Ancient creeps, the Ancients, the Hellborn's Ancients. So I mean, I would understand if that was maybe the Legion's creeps and it was for Malikan, because you know Malikan will eventually start stacking those creeps and taking it out. But it's a bit different. As Archer managed to take out the creep, the tower, he does have a sticky bomb on himself. He won't go down though. But does manage to take that tower down for himself. Oh, the bomb ulti though.
Oh, there we
he
go.
Gets sticky bombed. He gets sticky bombed, and then the bomb ulti comes in and wipes out Forsaken. So bad luck to him. I do have to point out, I don't know if you heard, but when the bomb ulti went off, there was a distinct little. I don't actually know how to say it, but a bit of a call went out. Did you hear?
No, I didn't actually. Didn't manage to catch that call.
It sounded like a little one of those terrorist calls, the la 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 la, like that. You'll have to
Oh,
listen
was
to it. I
it?
think it's an April Fool's. So you're gonna have to, you're gonna have to listen out for that. People who watch this, I have a feeling I heard that, and I haven't played with a bomb since the April Fool's update, so I wouldn't be really surprised if it wasn't. But yeah, as he looks like Andrew is actually going to start stacking creeps, ancient creeps for Melican, who will take them eventually. Melican's farm, he has picked up a helm of the Black Legion. Interesting pick up on him. I don't see a helm pick up on him very often. What do you take on that pickup, Sean?
Helm of the Black Legion. Most people I see prefer to run a early Whispering Helm, just use it to stack creep and stuff, but I guess he's decided, I mean, he's died 3 times, I guess he's decided he needs some early game survivability because the Hellborn team are coming down on him quite hard. As I see Pharaoh ult in on Myrmidon there. Myrmidon, although I'm not sure really why he bothered to do that, as most people do forget that Myrmidon is able to escape mummies with his charge. It doesn't affect him at all from the inside. He can just charge out. As we see, Bombardier also getting smashed, but a whole ton of points, like Pharaoh just jumping in on Myrmidon under the tower, and then just basically the entire Hellborn team just poured it in straight away to save him. And definitely a good counter game for him. But really, Mummies doesn't do anything to stop Myrmidon from running away, because all he has to do is wait for him. And because of, I don't know why they decided it should be like that, but that's apparently intended that he can escape over Fissure and out of Mummies. He can't get into them, I don't think, because he gets pushed back, but he can get out of them just fine. But I was going to say, because one of Roger's core builds for Puppet Master is a Whispering Helm, which he has picked up. Maybe that courier they were thinking about using it to scout out the enemy Ancients for when Roger starts stacking them, because he does do that a fair bit. So I don't know, maybe that was their reason.
Yeah, that would make sense. That would make sense. Yeah, that is a good call. I completely forget about Puppet and the way Roger builds them, but which is pretty standard, I might add. But yeah, gold per minute. The top farmer at the moment is actually, it looks like it's Puppet Master, sitting on about 350 gold per minute, with Bubbles just below him on 290. So the Legion team, Cujo is actually top farmer with 270 gold, but he is nowhere near this Puppet Master, who's actually 4-0 and 6 now. So he is doing incredibly well in the early game at the moment. Creeps have been stacked all over these. This Legion camp is completely stacked, and I'm pretty sure Malikan's going to enjoy himself at the moment. Yeah, not much else happening at the moment. Let's see, has Bomb picked up any items? No. Demented Shaman still without boots. The poor soul walking around with 305 walking speed at the moment. But, yeah, but it'll be interesting to see. Bubbles does have 2,000 gold stacked up though, so he will be buying that portal key, I would assume, for him as class puddles up a haste room. So we'll get to see if he gets to try and make anything from that happen. Trial.
Yeah, just how much money is Hammerstorm on at the moment? He is sitting on only 131 gold, so he's not saving for a port kit at the moment, just going for some early game viability. He's picked up Blood Chalice and Steamboats, but it looks like Malikan is using Demented Shaman to help him out get through these newts here, as he is jumping up to 308 gold per minute at the moment. Just chopping his way through those newts, although he hasn't picked up that Whispering Helm yet, so he still is having a little bit of trouble dealing with the neutrals, not quite ready to start taking on stack stuff. It looks like he's going back to pick up that lane creep at the moment. But I'm going to say the Hellborn team are ahead on gold. They've increased their lead. They're up to 4,000 gold ahead, and they're 5.7 thousand experience ahead as well. So really, they are looking quite good at the moment. As I'm just trying to check out what Roger Dodge is up to. He's got his Whispering Helm, but as it looks like the Legion Ancient stack have been spotted. They might go and try and steal that in a second. Looks like Forsaken Archer is moving up there. Is she going to try and steal them with her ult and root? No, looks like they're not, as Pharaoh is telling them to bugger off by firing souls at him. As we see Roger Dodger also sneaking up. Maybe he looks like they're looking fairly greedy. They don't want Malikan to get this at all. They are going to go for a steal here. The team are moving in to steal this. We see Hammerstorm armoring up his team here. The Soul coming out as the Wheatfield's coming out, and the Forsaken Archer. So they really want to get rid of these neutral stack quickly, as we see the Legion team porting in. As we see Magic Card coming out, all the spells are coming out, trying to stop these Hellborn guys from nooning. As we see the Bombardier ult coming out, that looked painful. As Pharaoh ults in, Wheatfield comes out on Panel. Panel goes down. Malikan uses Sword Throw, gets stunned as well though, as I'm seeing Bombardier go down to the Hammerstorm's ultimate as Hammerstorm goes down to the Bombardier though, and it looks like Bubbles taking cover. Roger Dodger might be able to take him down here though, as the Unbreakable comes out from Demented Charmer. Roger Dodger looks like he's going to retreat here, gets caught up by Mummies, as well as Forsaken Archer went down in the fight there somewhere, not sure who took her down, but Roger Dodger in the end going down. They just tried a little bit too early for that Ancient stack, and the Legion team really came out on top of them. They just stomped them. They lost Betch, but in the end, and Penor actually, they lost Penor as well, but in the end stomped the crap out of the Hellborn team there. They just used up too much firepower on the Newts, just took up too much damage and got taken down. Honestly, I think they probably should have pulled back, because if they checked on Malik and maybe just warded up there, but if they checked on Malik, and they could have seen that he really wasn't ready yet to try and take that down, because I mean he's still having trouble with the normal neutrals, so he really needs some backup to try and take down that Ancient stack. But Razor, we see Penor doing a little bit of counterwarding here.
Yeah, the ward only had about 5 seconds left on it, but pity you couldn't get it that early. But yeah, I think that Ancient fight actually lost the Hellborn team more gold than it gained. You know, Malikan actually gained almost 400 gold for killing Bubbles, and Pharaoh gained 410 gold as well from killing Puppets. So I mean, it was a good fight. While Malikan just goes back to farming. He has got 1600 gold saved up now, as well as Pharaoh, who has 1600 gold saved up. So it'll be interesting to see what the next pickups are. I'm assuming that Malikan is going straight for a Whispering Helm. But it looks like the Hellborn team are moving down to this bottom lane at the moment. They still haven't spotted this the little wing courier, sorry,